In this video, we're going to go over how to calculate the annual return and annual standard deviation given the monthly prices of any asset in Microsoft Excel. So as you'll see on my screen, I have about 3 years of data for the biggest S&P 500 ETF, SPY. I have the adjusted close price at the end of each month for the last 3 years since I'm shooting this video. Now, why am I using adjusted close price rather than just the normal close price? Well, the adjusted close price is adjusted for both dividends and stock splits, which is perfect because then we really capture the true performance of the stock. Now, I'm going to show you how to get to the annual returns based on these monthly prices without having the returns given to you. So we'll calculate the returns here. So I'm going to show you two different ways. The two most common ways, which are simple and log returns. And then I'll show you how to annualize both. So let's go over just how to get the monthly simple returns in the first place. So for each one, we're going to use this formula, which is we take the price for one specific period and then divide it by the price from the period before, and then we subtract by 1. So for this month, basically December of 2022, the S&P 500 ETF had a negative 5.76% return. Then we can get the monthly log return for the same month. So for this one, we just do equals ln and then parenthesis, and then we take the price for this period divided by the price for the previous period and close that and hit enter. So you can see these are slightly different but pretty close together. Now if we wanted to send it all the way to the bottom, we can just double click once we see this T appear, and so we'll have the monthly return, simple and log, for every single month for the whole period. Now let's go over how are we going to annualize both of these sets of returns. So I actually find the log returns easier to annualize, and that's why I tend to prefer working with log returns in my own work, but I'll show you both methods. So let's go over the slightly more complicated one, simple returns first, and we'll use this formula. So we're going to take the product of 1 plus each of the returns, and then we're going to scale it for the amount of periods in there by putting it to the exponent of 12 divided by the number of periods, and then finally subtracting 1. So let's just start off with the product formula. So we'll take equals parenthesis, and then we'll take product, and then we'll do 1 plus, and then we're just going to select the first one and hit Control-Shift down arrow. And so now we've got this component of it here, and then we can close that off, and then we can put it a little caret, so to the power of, and then we'll do 12, which we see here, divided by n. And n is just going to be the count of how many periods are in that sample there. So it's like the first one, hit Control-Shift down arrow, and then close that. And then finally we can close this whole thing here, and then just subtract by 1. So I did 3 parentheses, subtract by 1, and we get an annual return of 20.7%. So you can see this is a little bit of a complicated formula. So this is why I prefer working with log returns, because they're easier to annualize. So for this one, we'll just take equal to exp. Then we'll take the mean, or the average in Excel, of all of the monthly log returns. So let's grab that whole range, which I have up here. And then we can just multiply that by 12. So if you think about it, what we're doing is we're taking the average return of all of these and then multiplying it by 12 to get from a month to a year. And then we need to take it out of the log format and back into the simple format with this exp function. So let's subtract 1. And now you'll know you did it right if you get the same value from both formulas. So they both have an annual return of 20.7%. Now, the annual standard deviation formula is going to be the same for both of them. So this one's easier. We just take equal to standard dev, and then you could do population or sample, because this is just a sample of all the SPY returns. Realistically, there might be 30, 40 years of returns, and we're only using 3. We should do sample. So .s. Let's grab that entire range, Control-Shift down arrow, and then now we need to multiply it by the number of months in a year, the square root of the number of months of the year, so the square root of 12. And there we go. So that gives us 12.84% annual standard deviation. Now you can see that the formula for the annual standard deviation of the long returns is the same as the simple returns. So now we can just drag this to the right, and we'll see that it now highlights the column one row over, which is the log returns. And now you'll see there's actually a slight difference between the annual standard deviation between the log returns, and that is to actually be expected. So we should match on the annual returns and be slightly different on the annual standard deviation. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to download this file, I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comment where you can download it from my website for free.